Get there. broadcast of the Mansfield Barracudas versus the Boston Gold Kings. My name is Josh Messick. Most of you might know me as the starting goaltender for the Mansfield Barracudas, but today I am filling in where I'm needed most, and that is right here with you guys presenting the broadcast here. In the chat, I know we were having some problems with a little bit of the audio. I think we got it solved. But if you guys are having trouble hearing me or anything like that, please let me know. And here we go. Barracudas win the draw back. Kevin Ely now with it. Tries to move the puck up. That gets poked away by the Gold Kings. Ely maintains possession of it. Skates it around his own net. Moves it over to Vasil. Vasil gets it up to Nichushkin. Vasil able to dump it in down low. Played by the Gold Kings netminder. Puck now in the corner. Sent around behind the net, picked up by Mayahoitia. Gets a shot in on net, rebound picked up, and looks like the Gold Kings netminder held on to that one. A nice save by the Boston netminder here with 19:28 remaining in the first period. Face-off won by Boston. Handled now in the corner. Centered out, gets a puck through the neutral zone. That's picked up by Johns, going the other way now. Sent back into the Barracuda zone. Picked up behind the net by Anderson. Anderson rims it around the wall. Picked up on the half wall by Vasil. Vasil moves it up to Nichushkin. Cross ice pass just in the legs of Mayahoitia. Turnover now. Boston heading the other way. Gains the offensive zone. Gets a shot. That's deflected up high and into the netting. A faceoff will come up inside the Barracuda zone here with 18:51 remaining in the first. And I am going to mute the background noise just for copyright purposes, just so that way we don't get a copyright strike. But yeah, so hopefully you'll get enough hockey noises through my mic to entertain you, but at least it's not dead silent like it was yesterday. Boston offsides. Hoffenkamp now with it. Moves it over to Holland, and he gets hit off the puck. Now Boston going the other way, gains the offensive zone. That's poked away by Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp now with it, skating through the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. Gets around one defender, and that's poked away into the corner. Centered out in front, unable to get a shot off. Loose puck now picked up by the Gold Kings, now skating the other way. 3-on-2 attack. Gains the offensive zone. Gets a shot on net, and it looks like that got saved. I can't really see. Everybody's standing up on the Barracuda bench, so Olsen now with a shot. That just barely goes wide. Picked up by Blake, rimmed around behind the net. Puck makes its way out into the neutral zone. Now Olsen with it. That pass is picked off. Loose puck now picked up by Olsen. Gets around one defenseman. Shoots, and a nice save there by the Boston netminder. Rebound shot, save, and a follow-up one goes in the net. It looked like we had a Barracuda inside the net, so there might have been a little bit of confusion on the Boston defense side whether or not there should have been a whistle blown, but the ref signaled a goal, and that will put the Barracudas up in this hockey game here early in the first, 1-0 with 17:31 remaining in the period. Face-off won by the Barracudas. Deacon now with it. Centered that to Olsen, just out of reach. Gold Kings now with it, poked away, shot, and that's deflected wide. Puck now in the corner. Both teams battling along the half wall for it. Barracudas come away with it. And now Chris Blake with it, skating through the neutral zone. He'll dump it in on net, and the Kings netminder will hold on for a whistle here. Face-off will come to the left of the Kings netminder. Oh, well, thank you so much for the kind words there, Miss Shanette Messick. It's funny. It's like you're my mom or something. Barracuda's now with it, played behind the net by the netminder. And Gold Kings are able to get it out in the neutral zone, but it'll quickly change possession back to the Barracudas. And Ely will get that right off the ref, and it'll go back in the zone, and he'll clear that one down for an icing. So face-off is going to come all the way back down into the Barracuda zone. And looks like one of the Barracudas is a little upset at maybe something that one of the Gold Kings said. So we'll see if that turns into anything here. I doubt it. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. But it looks like Barracudas will get on that loose puck and send it all the way back down into the Kings zone. Puck now in the neutral zone, picked up by the Kings. They'll gain the offensive zone. Tried to get a shot on net. That's deflected wide by Ledbetter. A nice block there on that shot attempt. And they'll send it all the way down, but it looks like it does go off of one of the Barracudas players, so no icing on the play. Kings now with it, skating through the neutral zone. They'll pass it off, gain the offensive zone. He'll cut in towards the middle and move that puck towards the net. It just stops behind the net. Puck now at the point. It's a shot on net, saved by Daniel Ernest, his second shot of the night, and he will cover up for the faceoff here. 15:45 remaining in the first period. If this is your first time joining us, these two teams met last night. The Barracudas came out on top 8-5. It was a late game comeback where the Barracudas scored 6 goals in the third period. A fantastic game all the way around, and I expect this one to be the exact same. Now as the Barracudas with it in their own zone, they'll move it up into the neutral zone. That pass just out of reach, and the Kings will get it back down into the Barracuda zone. Wayne Johns will play that up to Maya Hoitia. He'll dish it off to Vasil. Vasil gains the offensive zone, moves it off to Maya Hoitia, and that gets poked away. Maya Hoitia with it, gets it to Natushin. Back to Maya Hoitia, shot! And a nice save there by the Kings netminder. Loose puck picked up by the Kings. Now they'll gain the offensive zone. One-on-one shot. That's deflected wide. Picked up by Natushin on the half wall. They'll pass it off to Ledbetter. And that puck's just out of reach. Unable to handle that one as the Gold Kings now pick up that loose puck. Moves it through the neutral zone. They'll dump it in to the Barracuda zone. That's picked up in the corner by Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp now gets around one guy, skates through the neutral zone with speed, gains the offensive zone. Tries to cut back, but just out of balance there. Moves it up to the point. That's kept in by Diano. Holland hit off the puck there, and the Gold Kings now with it the other way, skating in 3-on-2. And it looks like they were just a tad offsides on the play. So the faceoff's going to come back outside the zone here. 14:22 remaining in the first period. Faceoff won by the Barracudas, played by Diano. He'll move it over to Martin. Martin moves it over to Holland now. Holland skates it through the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone and skates it wide. Stops along the half wall, dishes it off to Hoffenkamp, and that shot just wide. I believe the Kings netminder may have had a piece of that one. Puck now behind the net, picked up by Hoffenkamp, centered out in front. That's poked away by the Kings defense. And the Cudas will pick up on that loose puck, but unable to get anything going there as it makes its way back in the neutral zone now. Cole Martin with it. Gets around one guy, gains the offensive zone, and it looks like the pressure was just a little bit too much as the puck got away from him and makes its way back into the Barracuda zone. Hoffenkamp now with it. Gets around one defenseman. Skates in towards the middle, and that goes in! Looks like he was able to get around the Gold Kings netminder, and the Barracudas will increase their lead to 2 here with 13:28 remaining in the first period. Face-off won by the Kings, but it looks like that changes possession pretty quickly back to the Barracudas. Olsen now with it, skating through the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone, escapes back towards the half wall, gets it out to the point. Ledbetter with it, gets it down deep. Centered out in front, shot! And it looks like that one got deflected wide. Puck now along the half wall, kept in at the point by Olsen. Olsen will chip it in down low. That's picked up by the Kings defense, and he'll skate it behind his net. And that's turned over, centering pass. That's poked away by the defense. Another centering opportunity out of reach, and that's finally poked out into the neutral zone as the Barracudas maintain possession here. And we'll get it dumped in deep, but he was just behind the line, but I believe he beat him to the faceoff dot, so icing was waved off. Gold Kings now with it, and they'll dump it in, but he was also behind the line, and that one too gets called off. So we'll continue play here as Ledbetter passes it off, and a nice big hit there by the Gold Kings to change possession of the puck. They've got it now in their own defensive zone. That's poked away. Barracuda's now with it, centered out in front. That's out of reach. Gold Kings with it. Skating through the neutral zone, gains the offensive zone. Gets around one guy. Shot goes off the side of the net. Second shot opportunity goes off the side as well. And the Cudas are able to clear that. On this one will be icing. So faceoff's going to come back down into the Barracuda zone. Yeah, hooray first sound. Yeah, we had a little bit of technical difficulties yesterday. So glad we can bring you guys a little bit of sound today, even if it is just my voice. Kings now with it, shot, save, rebound, picked up, loose puck out in front. The Barracudas are able to clear that. And now Harder skating with it through the neutral zone, gains the offensive zone, 3-on-2 attack here for the Barracudas, and he'll dish that off. No one was there, picked up by the Kings. Picked off now by Alexander. Oh, and a big hit there by the Kings. The Kings are definitely laying the body tonight. The Barracudas will try to get that on net. Just goes wide. Picked up by the Kings. He'll send it in behind his net, and the Kings will set up here for a breakout. Passes it up to the neutral zone. Gain the offensive zone. A shot that gets deflected high and into the netting. So I believe the faceoff will come outside the zone here. Or no, sorry, excuse me, inside the zone. 11:04 remaining in the first period. Looks like the Gold Kings come away with that one. Gets across one defenseman. Waits, and he passes it across and able to bury that one in the net. Nice play there. Passes it into the center, and the Gold Kings were able to decrease this lead now to 1. 2-1, Barracudas. Face-off won by the Barracudas, but quickly taken away by the Gold Kings. That shot's blocked and sent wide. Puck along the half wall now. Centered out in front, picked up by Nachushin. Vasil now with it, moves it to Mayahoito, back to Vasil. Now gains the offensive zone, gets around one defenseman. Shot, save. Picked up behind the net. Now Barracuda's with it. Moves it up to the point. Shot, save, rebound. Picked up by the Kings, and they'll skate it now through their defensive zone. Moves it across the neutral zone. And that puck is poked away now. Barracuda's on the attack here. Gains the offensive zone, gets a shot. And that is held on to by the Kings netminder. And the faceoff will come to his right with 10:13 remaining in the period. Not really sure who to give the faceoff win there, because both teams are still kind of battling for it. And it looks like the Gold Kings will come away with that one. But that passion's out of reach. Picked up now by the Barracudas. Martin with it. And he'll send it up to Tatum. Tatum moves it to Hoffenkamp. Now skating through the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. Moves it down to Holland. Holland back to Hoffenkamp. Shot. I believe that went off the Kings netminder. Nice save there. Tatum now with it. Centered out in front. Shot. And that just goes wide. Rebound picked up. Saved by the netminder. Loose puck still. Tatum now with it. Moves it behind the net. The Kings will try to rim that around. Stopped by Hoffenkamp in the corner. Centered out in front. Just out of reach. Kept in at the point. Shot towards the net. Poked away by the Gold Kings defense. Kept in at the point by Martin now along the half wall. Both teams battling for it. Puck squirts out behind the net, and the Gold Kings will attempt to clear that, but nice keep there by Diano to keep this offensive pressure going for the Barracudas. Centered out in front. I believe that went off a skate of the Gold Kings, and now the Gold Kings going with it the other way, 2-on-2. Gains the offensive zone, gets around one defenseman, shoves it in towards the net. Save there by Ernest. Center out in front, another save there. And Olsen now with it, will skate it through the neutral zone. Cuts towards the middle. Gets a shot on net, and that will be held on to by the Gold Kings netminder. 8:37 remaining in the period. Face off won by the Gold Kings, but that's poked away by the Barracudas quickly. Shot by Ely, and that just goes wide. Rebound picked up, centered out in front. Unable to get a shot on net. Shot there by Deacon, save. Rebound picked up, shot goes wide. Kept in there at the point by Ledbetter. Puck along the half wall now with it. Deacon centered out in front, and that's deflected high and above the net. The Gold Kings will get that puck out of the offensive zone. Barracuda's now with it. They'll dump it in down low. That's looks like I was going to say it was going to be stopped by the Gold Kings netminder, but it looks like it slipped away from him there. Barracudas now dump it back in deep. Barracudas now with it along the half wall. Deacon centered out to Blake, and that unable to handle that puck now. Gold Kings going the other way. 3-on-2 attack here. Tries to get around one defenseman. That's poked away. Gold Kings still with it behind the net. Puck changing possessions a couple of times here. Barracudas come away with it. And they'll get the puck going the other way now. In the neutral zone. He looks for a shot. Just goes wide. Kept in at the point by Johns. He'll send it around. And it looks like no one was there to grab it, so it makes its way all the way back in the neutral zone. Barracuda's now with it. They'll pass it over to Harder, out of reach now. Gold Kings will pick up that loose puck now, gain the offensive zone. Cut around one defenseman, and he'll send that wide. Picked up by Harder. It looks like a miscommunication there. Gold Kings were able to pick it off, but unable to maintain possession now. Barracuda's with it. And that's poked away by the Gold Kings. Quickly brought back to the Barracuda's possession. And Vasil will send it in down low into the Gold Kings defensive zone. Gold Kings with it in their own zone. They'll send it up to the neutral zone. Pass is just out of reach, picked up by Vasil. Couple of changes of possession here now. The Gold Kings skating in on the attack. He'll skate around one defenseman, cuts towards the middle. A nice shot saved there by Ernest. Rebound picked up by the Barracudas behind the net. Sent up to the point, kept in by the Gold Kings. That shot's deflected wide. Gold Kings with it, sent it towards the net. Picked up by Martin. And Martin's able to get it back up to Vasil. Now skating through the neutral zone. Cuts across the middle. Leaves it for Natution. Sends it over to the point. Kept in by Martin. He'll rim it around. Picked it up along the half wall by Mario Hoitia. And that's poked away. Oh, and it looks like he was tripped going the other way. So we will have a penalty coming up here against the Barracudas. Looks like Igor Nachushin, number 43 of the Barracudas, is going to get a 2-minute minor for tripping. So the Barracudas will be going on the penalty kill here. For the first time in this hockey game, we'll get to see the Gold Kings power play and the Barracudas penalty kill. Let's see if the Gold Kings are able to come out away with a goal here, or if the Barracudas are able to keep it a 2-1 hockey game. Face-off won by the Gold Kings, but quickly changed possession back to the Barracudas now. Tried to get around the defense, and that's poked away. Gold Kings going the other way with it. Gold Kings with it in the corner. Moves it up to the point. Centered out in front, and that just deflected wide. And it looks like the Barracudas now have a 2-on-1 opportunity here, going the other way with it. And a shot! A nice glove save there by the Gold Kings netminder. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. And they'll move the puck in their own zone, looking to set up here the breakout on the power play. They gain the offensive zone. They'll dump it in down low. Loose puck picked up by Wayne Johns. He'll move it over D to D, and the Barracudas will send it down low all the way into the Kings zone. Handled behind the net by the netminder. He'll rim it around the wall. Picked up by the Kings, and they'll send it back down low. And Barracudas will send it down low once again. That pass makes it all the way through. Now Kings on the attack. Gets across one defenseman. Loose puck. Shot off the post. Rebound picked up by the Barracudas. Kept in there. Nice keep by the Kings defense. Handle now along the half wall. He'll send it in down low. Picked up in the corner. Back to the half wall. Across. And that shot just goes wide. Picked up loose puck. Centered out in front. And it looks like Ernest will cover up for the faceoff here. 4 minutes remaining in the first period. 20 seconds remaining on the Gold Kings power play. Faceoff won by the Kings. A nice save there. Happened a little bit fast for me there. I couldn't make words quick enough, but a centering shot and a nice save there by goaltender Ernest to keep this a 2-1 hockey game. 13 seconds remaining on the Gold Kings power play. Barracudas win the faceoff. They'll handle it behind their net. Gets away from him now. Kept in at the point. They'll send it along down to the half wall, centered out in front. That's poked away by Blake. Gold Kings maintain possession. They'll get it up to this point. Barracuda's full strength now. A shot from the point just goes wide. Loose puck handled by the Barracudas, and they will take it now through the neutral zone. They got a 2-on-2 attack here going. They'll cross the middle, send it over to Deacon. Shot, that just goes wide. A nice one-timer there by Deacon. Blake now with it, shoots it towards the net. That's blocked. Kept in at the point by Ely. He'll send it in towards the net. That goes high and wide. Olsen will send it down, deflected just wide by Blake. And the Gold Kings now with it behind the net. And they'll send it out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Ledbetter, but the Gold Kings are quickly on the forecheck. And that's poked away and out of play. So I believe the faceoff stays at center ice here. Yes, it does. Faceoff won by the Gold Kings. Now moving across ice, and that's just in his feet, so unable to handle that one. Picked up by Ely. Now the Barracuda skating with it the other way. Gains the offensive zone. Cuts it wide. Sends it out towards the net. I believe that went off the defenseman into the goalie. A nice toe drag there by the Gold Kings. Now skating in, 3-on-2 attack. Shot in towards the net. Save. Rebound picked up along the half wall by the Barracudas. Now Hoffenkamp with it. He'll get around the defenseman, gains the offensive zone, looks to cut towards the net, gets a shot, just goes wide. I believe the Gold Kings netminder did get a piece of that one. Pass, looks like there was nobody there, picked off by the Gold Kings now, skating in on the attack. Unable to handle that pass now. Barracuda skating the other way. Couple changes of possession here. Looks like the Gold Kings will come away with it, but it makes it way back into the neutral zone, so they'll have to tag up here to get back onside. That dump attempt goes in off Ely, and he'll take it, pass it up to Mayahoitia. Mayahoitia now with it, skates, gains the offensive zone, gets around one defenseman. Shot! And that just goes wide. And looks like Anderson will dump that back in to the Gold Kings defensive zone. Handled now by their defense. Picked off by the Barracudas now. Unable to get a shot away, and that makes its way back into the neutral zone. Jimmy Anderson now with it. He'll pass that across to Wayne Johns. And that pass is out of reach, and that'll make its way all the way back down for an icing here with 1 minute remaining in the first period. Gold King come away with the face-off. He'll protect the puck, hit the puck towards the net, picked off by Tatum. Now Barracuda skating with it the other way. That's poked away. Gold Kings with it in their own zone. Puck sitting off the glass back in the neutral zone, picked up by Anderson. Anderson to move it to Nichushkin, but that's out of reach. Gold Kings with it. Try to get it back in the neutral zone, and Barracudas will send it back down low, picked up behind the net. And he'll worm it around. Kept it in along the half wall by Vasil. Nichushkin with it. Unable to handle that puck now. Gold Kings going the other way. Gets around one defenseman, cuts in towards the net, and that's poked away by Ernest. Cleared out by Wayne Johns. And it looks like the Barracudas will get it down deep into the Gold Kings zone. Looks like that will do it for the first period of play. Shots on goal so far for both teams. Barracudas with 14, Gold Kings with 9. Score is 2-1. We're going to go on a quick little intermission break. We've got a little video for you, some announcements, some advertisements, and yeah, we will see you here in about 15 minutes.
On this ice, nothing comes easy. Every shift, every pass, every shot, it's a battle. We don't just play for the scoreboard, we play for the grind, for the moments that test us, for the moments that define us. Together, we push forward, relentless, unstoppable. This is our game. We are the Mansfield Barracudas.
Bro, did you buy a new house?
No, actually, Mansfield Barracudas have a new partner.
We have a new partner?
Yeah,
Who?
Sarah Powell with League Real Estate.
Oh, no way. Can we meet her?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Hi, I'm Sarah Powell with League Real Estate, a proud partner with the Mansfield Barracudas. Come on in, check out my newest listing in Burleson, Texas. Let's have a look. We're in the Joshua ISD. It's 4 beds, 3 baths, almost 2,600 square feet with a separate game room and office. Partner with the Mansfield Barracudas is my family and I have been going out to their games for about 2 years now. My kids love going out and running up along the glass and cheering on the team, and it's a really fun family experience. Two bedrooms and 2 bathrooms downstairs and a game room with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom upstairs. Neighborhood features a pool, 2 parks, and a walking trail.
Hey, have you seen Tatum anywhere?
No.
Maybe he's out front.
Perfect length.
Where We're super excited to partner with Sarah Powell and League Real Estate.
If you're in the market for a new home, check her out.
And come check out the Mansfield Barracudas on October 3rd and 4th for the home opener.
On this ice, nothing comes easy. Every shift, every pass, every shot, it's a battle. We don't just play for the scoreboard, we play for the grind, for the moments that test us, for the moments that define us. Together, we push forward, relentless, unstoppable. This is our game. We are the Mansfield Barracudas.
Bro, did you buy a new house?
No, actually, Mansfield Barracudas have a new partner.
We have a new partner?
Yeah,
Who?
Sarah Powell with League Real Estate.
Oh, no way. Can we meet her?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Hi, I'm Sarah Powell with League Real Estate, a proud partner with the Mansfield Barracudas. Come on in, check out my newest listing in Burleson, Texas. Let's have a look. We're in the Joshua ISD. It's 4 beds, 3 baths, almost 2,600 square feet with a separate game room and office. Partner with the Mansfield Barracudas is my family and I have been going out to their games for about 2 years now. My kids love going out and running up along the glass and cheering on the team, and it's a really fun family experience. Two bedrooms and 2 bathrooms downstairs and a game room with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom upstairs. Neighborhood features a pool, 2 parks, and a walking trail.
Hey, have you seen Tatum anywhere?
No.
Maybe he's out front.
Perfect length.
We're super excited to partner with Sarah Powell and League Real Estate.
If you're in the market for a new home, check her out.
And come check out the Mansfield Barracudas on October 3rd and 4th for the home opener.
So Josh is knocked out. Let's wake him up a little bit. Come on.
So we're back in the locker room, and Josh is knocked out. I'm gonna go ahead and wake him up because it looks like he needs a boost. But this is Pegasus smelling salts. Let's go ahead and show him the way with this. So this stuff, super powerful. Like once this goes under his nose, he's gonna pop up. She'll be like, whoa.
Oh, God. What the heck? I'm awake. That's powerful. I'm awake.
Pegasus smelling salts.
It works. Holy cow.
I don't know what it is lately, but every time I skate, my feet are killing me, whether I'm in gear or out of gear. It's like I have monster feet.
What are monster feet?
Dude, you'll see when I take these skates off, I literally have monster feet. It's how bad they hurt.
All right, let's see.
All right. Oh, I can already feel them. My feet are hurting.
Bro, those are monster feet.
Dude, I told you, my feet are in so much pain, and they literally are monster feet.
Bro, you gotta get yourself some of the stand shoes. Put these on.
What are these?
Bro, these will make your feet feel like they're floating on midair.
So I won't have monster feet anymore?
You won't have monster feet. Those are the standing shoe, bro.
All right, let's try them. My monster feet are gone.
I told you.
That's phenomenal.
They feel better, don't
Dude,
they?
they don't hurt at all.
Yep.
You guys gotta try these shoes. Stand unbelievable. You don't want monster feet? Get these.
What are you waiting on?
Go get them today. Man, I can't believe you did this to me again. Here goes nothing. Every single time he comes over.
What are you doing?
Josh, this is like the 4th time that you clogged my toilet.
Okay, it's only been 3 times. Don't over exaggerate, bro. And I can't help it that there's a Chipotle right across the street from our office.
Honestly, it's getting ridiculous, and I don't know who else to call to do this, so I'm always left holding the bag.
Bro, just call DMS. Having some problems at the office? Don't worry. I can unclog those pipes for you. Give DMS a call.
People of all ages, of all walks of life can all come in and we can all have positive, good conversations with people we normally wouldn't otherwise do. Hi, I'm Charles and this is Geek Out. Let's geek out. Geek Out is a small chain of comic and gaming stores in the DFW Metroplex. We have one store in Burleson, Texas, and one store in Mansfield. Both of our locations are approximately 4,000 square feet, which is half retail and half gameplay area. And our tables are always free to play at. So regardless of what your interest is, we have what you're looking for. Geek Out was founded to have a safe, inclusive place for everybody in the community to come and play their hobbies, get into new hobbies, come together and just have a community and be a place for everybody in our area to enjoy themselves and be comfortable. I have been a comic book reader for 30 plus years. I have always enjoyed the environment that a place like this gives. I met the original owner and he mentored me to the point where he would like me to carry on his legacy. We have continued to do that and grow the community bigger than we ever anticipated doing. The variety of products we carry ranges from comic books to Dungeons & Dragons, tabletop RPGs, tabletop wargaming like Warhammer. We sell various toys, action figures, almost any game that you can think of, we either already have in stock or can have in stock. We pride ourselves on being one of the largest free-to-play areas in the region. We want to be a place for everybody to come together and geek out, just like the name says. And our tables are always free. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is we have a very diverse, curated team. There's somebody that works here that will be more than happy to talk at length about whatever you're interested in.
What's up, Mike Messi here. I'm here with Logan Stankoven. We're gonna be doing a breakaway challenge. Trick is he can only use trick shots, so let's see if I can stop one.
How many are you gonna score?
I don't know, we'll find out.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I didn't stop one.
You had to do them like that?
I don't know, I think those are lucky.
Alrighty, we'd like to welcome you to this second period of action as we get set to face off here. Barracuda's ahead of the Gold Kings by 1 here, 2-1 to start this second period. Looks like there's a little bit of issue with the ice by the net here with the Gold Kings netminder. I think they might have got that taken care of. And we get set here, ready to face off. Gold Kings will win it here to open the second period. They'll move it D to D and dump it in down low into the Barracuda zone. Kept in there at the point, shot in towards the net. That's deflected wide. Picked up now by Tatum. He'll move it to Hoffenkamp as he skates it through the neutral zone. Gets around one defenseman. And he's tripped up there, and it looks like we'll get a penalty coming up against the Gold Kings. A 2-minute minor for tripping here with 19:36 remaining. So the Barracudas will go on the power play here for the first time tonight. And face off one by the Barracudas. Moves it D to D. Sending down along the half wall. Picked up by Hoffenkamp. He'll skate it back up to the point. He'll move it over to Nichushin. That shot is blocked by the Gold Kings. Nichushin now with it along the half wall. Sends it up to Hoffenkamp at the point. Back to Nichushin. Top of the circle shot. That's saved there by the Gold Kings. Mayahoitia up to Hoffenkamp. Back to Mayahoitia. Has it along the half wall. He'll shot it towards the net. Saved by the netminder and covered up for the whistle. 19:04 remaining in the second period. 1:28 remaining on the power play. We get set to face off here to the right of the Gold Kings netminder. Kings will win that draw and get the puck out into the neutral zone. Barracudas win the race there. They'll move it to Nichushin in the neutral zone, excuse me. Hoffenkamp now with it, gains the offensive zone. Loses the puck and his stick. Gold Kings will come away with it. Unable to clear the zone. Second attempt, they do get it out, and now it looks like just out of reach for a breakaway opportunity for the Gold Kings. A lucky break there for the Barracudas, as they'll send it in down behind their own net. Wayne Johns now with it. Leaves it for Hoffenkamp. Moves it back to Johns. Johns with it in the neutral zone over to Nichushin. Nichushin now with it. Sends it down behind the net. Picked up by the Gold Kings, and they will clear it all the way back down into the Barracuda zone. 30 seconds remaining here on the power play. Race for the puck now. Hoffenkamp comes away with it. Skates it with speed across the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. A shot on net that's deflected wide. Broke the stick of the Gold Kings defenseman. Puck down low in the corner now. And a shot saved there. Rebound picked up, and it looks like it didn't know who had it. So the Gold Kings netminder will cover up here. 9 seconds remaining on the Barracudas power play. So a couple shots, couple scoring opportunities, but nothing to come out of the power play so far with 6 seconds remaining. And it looks like the Gold Kings will kill this off as they now hit the ice even strength. Gold Kings with it, and it makes its way back in the neutral zone. It tries to send it in down low. Barracudas pick that off and send it back into the Gold Kings zone. Shipped along the half wall, just out of reach, picked up by Anderson. Anderson, his pass attempts poked away, and that makes its way down low into the Barracuda zone. Now Olsen with it, skates it across his own net, tries to get a pass out to Blake, makes it to him, but unable to handle that puck as the Gold Kings cleared all the way down into the Barracuda zone for an icing. The faceoff's going to come back down into the Gold Kings zone. 16:57 remaining in the second period. And Flexburger, to answer your question, is this considered pro level? Sorry it took me so long to answer you. But no and yes. So it's considered semi-pro. So none of the guys here are paid. They all play just because they simply love the game and wanted to keep playing competitive after college, pro, or shoot, even some guys came straight from beer league. Chris Blake with it. He shoots it on net, and that goes high over the Gold Kings netminder. That's poked back into the neutral zone. Gold Kings now with it on the attack. Tries to skate towards the middle. That's poked away by Diano. Olsen now with it. He's looking for a pass. Gets around one guy, and he'll decide to send it in down low, but he wasn't. It looks like they didn't call the icing on that. I'm not sure why, but we'll take it. And it looks like we got too many men on the ice for the Barracudas. So a miscommunication error there, as the Barracudas will go on the penalty kill here with 16:08 remaining in the second. Looks like Gold Kings come away with the faceoff, but unable to keep it inside the zone. It makes its way back into the Gold King zone now. Handles it, skating through the neutral zone with speed, gains the offensive zone. Moves it back up to the point. Puck now at the point, moves it D to D, sends it down to the half wall, sends it towards the net, picked off by the Barracudas, and they'll send that all the way down into the Gold King zone. Hey, trapezoid rule. Gold Kings now with it, skates it towards the net, shot saved by the Barracudas netminder, and it looks like we got a penalty coming up here against Wayne Johns. Well, and it looks like we got a cross check here against Wayne Johns of the Barracudas. So the Barracudas will be 5-on-3 here for the next minute and 7 seconds, barring the Gold Kings do not score a goal here. 15-14 remaining in the second. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. Sent up to the point. Puck at the point now. He'll shot it. And that nice save there by Daniel Ernest. Loose puck picked up by Martin now. He'll send it in down low. Played behind the net by the Gold Kings netminder. And loose puck picked up by Martin. He'll send it in down low. 38 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Gold Kings now with it. Gains the offensive zone. Get around one defenseman, centered out in front, just out of reach. Gold Kings now with it along the half wall. Skate in towards the net, centered out in front. And that's picked off by the Barracudas, and they'll send it all the way down low. 20 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Gold Kings netminder will leave it for his defenseman. Gold Kings now with it. Gains the offensive zone, leaves it at the point. It's a shot, that's deflected wide, and Hoffenkamp will win the race to that loose puck. But it looks like the Gold Kings are able to keep it in there. And it'll change possession back. Now 5-on-4 power play for the Gold Kings. Looks like one too many moves. That gets poked away by the Cudas. Unable to clear the zone, kept in there by the Gold Kings, sent it in down low, picked up by the corner by Ely, tried to clear that out, poked away by the Gold Kings. And looks like he'll lose possession of that, send it back up to the point, just out of reach. Mishandles that one, and it goes back into the neutral zone. Gold Kings now with it, 20 seconds remaining on the power play. And it looks like they will be offsides here on the play. Looks like the Gold Kings don't agree with that call. But nonetheless, faceoff will be outside of the Barracuda's defensive zone. 18 seconds remaining on the Gold Kings power play. Faceoff won by the Barracudas. And he'll skate that behind his own net. Now Cole Martin with it. Tried to get it out of the zone, but a nice keep there by the Gold Kings defense. Picked up by Ledbetter. He'll send it around his own net. And that one will make it outside. And it looks like the Barracudas will kill off both penalties now. Both teams even strength as the Gold Kings send it down low. Loose puck picked up along the half wall, but kept in at the point. Shot saved there by Ernest. Looks like it was able to make its way back into the neutral zone. Gold Kings will send it down low. Gold Kings pick up that loose puck, send it back down low into the corner. Rimmed around Barracuda's net, kept in at the point. Both teams battling for it along the half wall now. Barracuda's come away with it. And it looks like the Barracudas will send it back down deep into their own zone and finally will make it back into the neutral zone. Loose puck picked up by Vasil. Unable to get to that loose puck there, was able to get around the defense, but the Gold Kings netminder will cover up for a faceoff here. 12:21 remaining in the second period. Face-off won by the Barracudas. Quick shot there. A nice save by the Gold Kings, and he will hold on for a face-off. Quick shot save there, and we'll reset for a face-off here. Looks like the Gold Kings come away with this draw. Unable to maintain possession as it kept in the zone by Chris Blake. Loose puck picked up along the half wall. Now both teams battle for it. Gold Kings come away with it. He'll skate it behind his own net. He'll reverse it back to his defenseman. Gold Kings with it. And they're able to clear it into the neutral zone. Picked up by the Barracudas. Wayne Johns with it. Moves it to Jimmy Anderson. A little bit of pitch and catch here between the defense. A couple back and forths as they move the puck up to Olsen in the neutral zone. And a shot just goes wide. Picked up now by the Gold Kings in the neutral zone, going the other way. 3-on-3 here. Gold Kings now tried to move it towards the center, but that gets caught up in the Barracuda skates. Now they're moving the other way. It's a shot towards the net, picked up by the Gold Kings defense. And he'll leave it. Puck now behind the net. Gold Kings move it back up into the neutral zone, just out of reach. Picked up by Chris Blake. And it looks like a change of possession a couple times here is now Von Harder with it. Slap shot just wide. Rebound shot saved there, picked up by the Gold Kings, and he'll clear it out into the neutral zone. Now Noah Ledbetter with it. Moves it over to Ely. Ely back to Ledbetter. Try to get a pass over to Deacon. That's poked away by the Gold Kings. They'll go in the other way with it. Gets a shot on net, save there by Ernest. Kept in the zone there by the Gold Kings. Shot! And that is held on to by goaltender Ernest. A nice save there, and he will cover up for the faceoff. 10:33 remaining in the second period. Faceoff won by the Barracudas. Gold Kings now with it. Tried to get a centering pass and a good defensive play there by the Barracudas to avoid that scoring opportunity. Gold Kings now with it. Move it back down into the neutral zone. Skating in on the attack. Moves it across the ice. Unable to get a shot off there. Looks like goaltender Ernest lost his balance. And the Cudas will clear that back all the way into the Gold King zone. Doesn't make it all the way down the ice, so no icing on the play. And it looks like the Barracudas will poke that away, get the puck back down into the Gold King zone. Gold Kings with it. Skating through the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. Tries to get around one defenseman. He does. Gets a shot on net. Rebound picked up by the Barracudas. Now Von Harder unable to beat that man, and he'll get hit off the puck. Picked up now by the Gold Kings. He'll move that towards the middle now. Gold Kings with it. Leaves it to the point. Sends it in towards the net. Blocked by Ely. That pass is picked off by the Gold Kings, but Cudas were able to get on that loose puck and send it back down low. Stopped behind the net by the Gold Kings netminder. Rimmed around the wall. Kept in at the point by Ely. Gets a shot, and that gets blocked into the leg pads. Tried to get it down low, but didn't get all of it on there. As the Gold Kings are able to get on that loose puck, unable to maintain possession of it. And now they gain the offensive zone. Gets a shot towards the net. Save there. Rebound will make its way all the way back down into the Gold Kings defensive zone here. That pass is in the feet of Kyle Holland, picked back up by the Gold Kings. Look for that stretch pass. It's not working for him so far. On a huge hit from behind on Cole Martin. I'm surprised there was no call on the play. But it looks like Cole Martin is okay on the play. We don't like to see hits from behind here, but nonetheless, we'll keep playing hockey. As the Gold Kings come away with it, won the faceoff forward, but that's poked away by Diano. Tatum will pass it over to Hoffenkamp now, gains the offensive zone, escapes back towards the point, loses it, and the Gold Kings will come away with it and get the puck back into the neutral zone. Loose puck there, picked up by Diano, sent back into the neutral zone. The Gold Kings will send it back down low. They're offsides now. Got to come back outside the zone before they can attack the play, giving the Barracudas some time. And it looks like we do have an injury on the play. Looks like Cole Martin is down on the ice. He is up and skating away. So I believe he is okay on the play. Well, it looks like some not so friendly exchange of words by the two teams. Hopefully you didn't catch too much of that, because there were some not so nice words said. But hey, you know what? It's passion. Barracuda's now with it. And that'll be held along the half wall by Jimmy Anderson, but that's poked away. And it looks like there might be a altercation here. Some words back and forth between Maya Hoitia and 81 of the Gold Kings. And getting a little chippy here as both teams are hitting. We might be seeing some action here as both teams seem to be frustrated with one another in this close hockey game. And we got a penalty coming up here against the Gold Kings. And Daniel Ernest will skate off, and the Cudas will get their extra man here. Nichushkin with it, moves it to Olsen. Olsen now gains the offensive zone, leaves it for Johns. Johns gets a shot, save, rebound, and that is played by the Gold Kings. So that will whistle the play dead, and we'll see what the penalty is. And it looks like we got a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. So the Barracudas will go back on the power play for the second time tonight. Not so successful on their first go around. Let's see if they can get a few more shot opportunities and maybe put one in here with 6:57 remaining in the second period. Face off won by the Gold Kings, and they'll rim it around, and it'll make its way back into the neutral zone. Maya Hoitia with it. Moves it to Johns. Johns moves it to Hoffenkamp, but I believe that went off the skate of one of the Gold Kings. Not the exact pass he was looking for, and the puck makes its way all the way into the Cudas zone. Wayne Johns with it now, looking for the breakout pass. Pass out of reach of Nichushin. He'll move it back to Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp now skating in the offensive zone. Gets around one defenseman. Skates it around the net. Looks to center it to Tatum. Found a rebound. A nice save there by the Kings. And they will clear it all the way back down into the Barracuda zone. Played behind the net by Ernest. He'll pass it up to Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp will send it back down low to Johns. Johns will dish it off. Maya Hoitia with it. Gains the offensive zone. Both teams battling for it now. And it looks like the Gold Kings will come away with it. Looks like we got a breakaway opportunity here. Skating in, poke checked away, and it looks like the follow-up opportunity will go in. And we got a tie hockey game here as the Gold Kings bury it short-handed here with 5:46 remaining in the second period. 49 seconds remaining on the Barracuda's power play. Looks like Barracuda's come away with that draw. There's Ely now with it. Looks to move it up to Deacon. Deacon with it in the neutral zone. Moves it across to Olsen. Olsen now gets around one defenseman. 2-on-1 opportunity. Shot right in the chest, and that will be covered up by the Gold Kings netminder. 33 seconds remaining on the Barracuda's power play. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. It looks like he'll win it back to his own netminder. He'll cover up, and we will reset. Round two. Here we go. Gold Kings come away with this one. Quickly poked away by Olsen. Has the puck now along top of the circles, cuts across the middle. Moves it back up to the point to Ely. Ely moves it over to Anderson. Anderson looked to move it to Olsen. Unable to hold on to that loose puck in front. Shot goes wide. Picked up by the Gold Kings. Unable to clear the zone. Loose puck now. Poked away by Olsen. Picked up by Blake. Sends it up to Ely at the point. Ely down over to Deacon. Deacon tried to get a cross ice pass to Blake. Poked away by the Gold Kings. Both teams are even strength now. Shot deflected up and over the netting. A nice save there by the Gold Kings netminder. Four minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the second period. Face off won by the Gold Kings, but loses possession. The Barracudas will pick up that loose puck centering opportunity, poked away by the netminder, sent back down on the net, but that's blocked, doesn't make it all the way. Martin now within the neutral zone. Moves it to Alexander. Alexander will dump it in down low. Puck now in the corner. Alexander with it. He'll send it down below the net. And it looks like a hard hit on one of the Gold Kings by the Barracudas. Now Gold Kings with it. Shot blocked. Loose puck picked up by the Gold Kings. Unable to handle that. Now the Barracudas skating with it the other way. Just out of reach there. Gold Kings tried to D-to-D pass. Loose puck picked up by the Barracudas. Unable to get a shot off there. A nice defensive play by the Gold Kings. Gold Kings now with it, skating through the neutral zone with speed, gains the offensive zone, gets around one defenseman, shot deflected wide. Loose puck now in the corner. Looks like Martin broke his stick on the play. Gold Kings now with it. And it looks like we're going to have something come out of here as the whistle is blown. I'm not sure what the call is, if there is a penalty. It was unfortunately the ref that I cannot see that called it, but it looks like the Barracudas are coming away with a penalty, a 2-minute minor for roughing. So the Barracudas will go back on the penalty kill. No power play goals for the Gold Kings, but they do have one shorthanded goal for tonight. Let's see if we're able to see some offensive pressure from the Gold Kings, or if the Barracudas are able to kill this one off, as the Barracudas will come away with that face-off draw. Kept in the zone. And puck will make its way back into the neutral zone. Picked up by the Gold Kings. Changes possession back to the Barracudas. He'll send it in on net. Saved by the netminder. Kings now with it. Pass out of reach, and Barracudas will send it back down low. Gold Kings with it. Pass moved up in the neutral zone. Sends it cross ice. Gains the offensive zone along the half wall. Looks to center it. Down in the corner. Moves it back up to the point. D to D. Along the half wall now. Gets a shot towards the net. Goes wide. Picked up at the point. Sent down low along the half wall. Skates back up to the point. Gets a shot. And that is saved by goalie Ernest, and puck will go up and out of play. So faceoff will remain inside the Barracuda zone. 2 minutes, 31 seconds remaining in the second period, 55 seconds remaining on the Gold Kings power play. Faceoff won by the Gold Kings. Puck at the point now moves it D to D. Walks it along towards the middle, sends it down low. Cross ice poked away by Blake. Kept in at the point by the Gold Kings. They'll send it down low. Picked up along the half wall. Back up to the point. It's a shot, and that'll be held on to by goalie Ernest. A nice save there from that point shot to hold on and keep this game tied here. 33 seconds remaining on the Gold Kings power play. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. Puck at the point now. They'll send it along towards the half wall. A nice poke check there by Jimmy Anderson to get it back down into the Gold King zone. Picked up by their defenseman. He'll skate it behind his net. He'll cut and go the other way. Pass across ice. He's able to maintain possession of that. Now Gold King skating with it through the offensive zone. Escapes in the corner. Looks for a centering pass just out of reach. Puck makes its way into the corner. Picked up by the Gold Kings behind the net. Centered out in front. That's poked away by Blake. And the Barracudas are able to clear that one. Pass picked off by Alexander. Gets a shot on net, and that just barely misses high and wide. Barracudas now with it. And looks for a centering pass. Unable to get a pass off there. As the Gold Kings will get on that loose puck and send it back into the neutral zone. Just out of reach and not touched by... Oh, it looks like they did wave the icing off, so they won the race to the face-off dot. Barracuda's now skating with it the other way. Gains the offensive zone, gets a shot on net, and the Gold Kings netminder will hold on for the face-off. And this is the second time in a row that we've stopped at 1 minute on the dot. There's exactly 1 minute remaining in the second period. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. And he'll try to send it up into the neutral zone. That's picked off by Ely. And, off the light, and that will be a whistle. And I believe it was off the Barracudas last, so it should be outside the zone here. .49 seconds remaining in the period. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. They'll skate it through the offensive zone, cut wide, send it in on net, and that is held on to by Ernest. I don't know if they started the clock because there's still 43 seconds remaining. Face-off won by the Barracudas. Loose puck now along the half wall. Vasil will come away with it, and he'll move it up to Nichushin. Nichushin skates it across the middle, leaves it for Vasil. Vasil cuts across the net, and he's tripped up. Looks like we got a hooking call against the Gold Kings. So Barracudas will go back on the power play here with 24 seconds remaining in the second period. Face off to the left of the Gold Kings netminder. One back by Hoffenkamp, but just out of the reach of Wayne Johns. It'll make its way back in the neutral zone. 15 seconds remaining here. Mayahoitia with it. He'll dump it in down low around the net. Picked up along the half wall by Johns. He'll send it in down low. Tatum now with it. Moves it to Nichushin. Just out of reach. The Gold Kings will clear that, and that'll do it here for the second period. Shots on goal for both teams. 29 for the Barracudas. 18 for the Gold Kings. Scores 2-2. We're going to go on a quick intermission break here. Unfortunately, I don't have another video for you, so you're going to get to watch that same video over again. I hope you like it, because we're about to play it. But yeah, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
On this ice, nothing comes easy. Every shift, every pass, every shot, it's a battle. We don't just play for the scoreboard, we play for the grind, for the moments that test us, for the moments that define us. Together, we push forward, relentless, unstoppable. This is our game. We are the Mansfield Barracudas.
Bro, did you buy a new house?
No, actually, Mansfield Barracudas have a new partner.
We have a new partner?
Yeah,
Who?
Sarah Powell with League Real Estate.
Oh, no way. Can we meet her?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Hi, I'm Sarah Powell with League Real Estate, a proud partner with the Mansfield Barracudas. Come on in, check out my newest listing in Burleson, Texas. Let's have a look. We're in the Joshua ISD. It's 4 beds, 3 baths, almost 2,600 square feet with a separate game room and office. Partner with the Mansfield Barracudas is my family and I have been going out to our games for about 2 years now. My kids love going out and running up along the glass and cheering on the team, and it's a really fun family experience. Two bedrooms and 2 bathrooms downstairs and a game room with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom upstairs. Neighborhood features a pool, 2 parks, and a walking trail.
Hey, have you seen Tatum anywhere?
No.
Maybe he's out front.
Perfect length.
We're super excited to partner with Sarah Powell and League Real Estate.
If you're in the market for a new home, check her out.
And come check out the Mansfield Barracudas on October 3rd and 4th for the home opener.
is knocked out. Let's wake him up a little bit. Come on. So we're back in the locker room, and Josh is knocked out. I'm gonna go ahead and wake him up because it looks like he needs a boost. But this is Pegasus smelling salts. Let's go ahead and show him the way with this. So this stuff, super powerful. Like once this goes under his nose, he's gonna pop up. He's like, whoa.
Oh, God. What the heck? I'm awake. That's powerful. I'm awake.
Pegasus smelling salts.
It works. Holy cow.
I don't know what it is lately, but every time I skate, my feet are killing me, whether I'm in gear or out of gear. It's like I have monster feet.
What are monster feet?
Dude, you'll see when I take these skates off, I literally have monster feet. It's how bad they hurt.
All right, let's see.
All right. Oh, I can already feel them. My feet are hurting.
Bro, those are monster feet.
Dude, I told you, my feet are in so much pain, and they literally are monster feet.
Bro, you gotta get yourself some of the stand shoes. Put these on.
What are these?
Bro, these will make your feet feel like they're floating on midair.
So I won't have monster feet anymore?
You won't have monster feet. Those are the standing shoe, bro.
All right, let's try them. My monster feet are gone.
I told you.
That's phenomenal.
They feel better, don't
Dude,
they?
they don't hurt at all.
Yep.
You guys gotta try these shoes. Stand unbelievable. You don't want monster feet? Get these.
What are you waiting on?
Go get them today. Man, I can't believe you did this to me again. Here goes nothing. Every single time he comes over.
What are you doing?
Josh, this is like the 4th time that you clogged my toilet.
Okay, it's only been 3 times. Don't over exaggerate, bro. And I can't help it that there's a Chipotle right across the street from our office.
Honestly, it's getting ridiculous. And I don't know who else to call to do this, so I'm always left holding the bag.
Bro, just call DMS. Having some problems at the office? Don't worry. I can unclog those pipes for you. Give DMS a call.
People of all ages, of all walks of life can all come in and we can all have positive, good conversations with people we normally wouldn't otherwise do. Hi, I'm Charles and this is Geek Out. Let's geek out. Geek Out is a small chain of comic and gaming stores in the DFW Metroplex. We have one store in Burleson, Texas, and one store in Mansfield. Both of our locations are approximately 4,000 square feet, which is half retail and half gameplay area. And our tables are always free to play at. So regardless of what your interest is, we have what you're looking for. Geek Out was founded to have a safe, inclusive place for everybody in the community to come and play their hobbies, get into new hobbies, come together and just have a community and be a place for everybody in our area to enjoy themselves and be comfortable. I have been a comic book reader for 30 plus years. I have always enjoyed the environment that a place like this gives. I met the original owner and he mentored me to the point where he would like me to carry on his legacy. We have continued to do that and grow the community bigger than we ever anticipated doing. The variety of products we carry ranges from comic books to Dungeons & Dragons, tabletop RPGs, tabletop wargaming like Warhammer. We sell various toys, action figures, almost any game that you can think of, we either already have in stock or can have in stock. We pride ourselves on being one of the largest free-to-play areas in the region. We want to be a place for everybody to come together and geek out, just like the name says. And our tables are always free. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is we have a very diverse, curated team. There's somebody that works here that will be more than happy to talk at length about whatever you're interested in.
What's up, Mic'd Up Messy here. I'm here with Logan Stankoven. We're gonna be doing a breakaway challenge. Trick is that he can only use trick shots, so let's see if I can stop one.
How many are you gonna score?
I don't know, we'll find out.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, that was nasty. Yeah, I didn't stop one.
You had to do them like that?
I don't know. I think those are lucky.
Alrighty, we'd like to welcome you back here to this third period of action as we get set for the final period of the series between the Barracudas and the Boston Gold Kings. Things got a little chippy there in the second period. So let's see if that frustration continues into the third period and we get a few more big hits, or if both teams are able to settle down through the intermission. Shots on goal so far, 29 for the Barracudas, 18 for the Gold Kings. The Gold Kings are on the penalty kill to start out this period. 1 minute and 36 seconds is remaining on that penalty kill. Barracudas haven't had much offensive opportunity on the power play. In fact, they actually got scored on short-handed here. The second goal for the Boston Gold Kings, was scored short-handed. So let's see if the Barracudas were able to regroup and get a game plan together to start this second period. Boston Gold Kings will win that faceoff here. Woo! And that was right at me. Wow. That scared me a little bit. I'm glad that that glass is in the way. And Mayahoitia with it. Stops along the half wall, sends it up to the point. Hoffenkamp now with it. Shot blocked by the Gold Kings. Gold Kings now with it behind their net. Unable to clear that. Picked up by Johns. Johns moves it up to Mayahoitia. Over to Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp now with it. Skates it in the corner. Escapes back up towards the half wall. Moves it up to the point to Mayahoitia. Down to Johns. Johns shot on net. And that gets deflected wide. I believe the Gold Kings netminder got a piece of that, and the Gold Kings are able to clear it down all the way. 42 seconds remaining. Played up by Daniel Ernest, and that's picked up by the Gold Kings and sent back down low into the Barracuda zone. Picked up by Wayne Johns. .25 seconds remaining on the power play here. Mayahoitia with it. Gains the offensive zone. And hit hard off the puck. Nichushkin with it in front. Shot saved there by the Gold Kings netminder. A nice save to keep this one tied. Kept in at the point by Nichushkin. And he'll send it down low. Picked up by Tatum. Tatum centers it out in front, out of the reach, and the Gold Kings will get there, and they kill off this power play. Both teams are even strength, and that puck is played back into the corner by Ernest. Picked up now by Wayne Johns. He'll escape back into his own zone. Looks to move it up in the neutral zone. Picked up by the Gold Kings, now coming in 2-on-1 attack. Passes it over, deflected by Wayne Johns. A nice save there by Ernest on the shot they were able to get off of that. Not able to get anything on it, but pretty impressive. He was able to get the shot away on that nonetheless. Barracuda's with it. That pass is poked away, sitting down low in front. And a loose puck is picked up, and the Gold Kings will score here to make it 3-2 here, 17:40. No. Alrighty, and looks like we'll get set to face off here. It looks like one of the Gold Kings players is cut pretty bad. We don't have a medic on staff. He's cut pretty bad. Well, and it probably needs stitches. He's cut pretty bad. We might need to have somebody call 911. We don't have a medic. We've got I think we have a first aid kit, but that's just gonna have a butterfly in it. minutes. Yeah, he's bleeding pretty bad. Well, I hope the best for him. Never like to see anybody injured or hurting. All right, it looks like they were able to get him off the ice to get some help. So we hope for the best. It was number 2 on the Boston Gold Kings. Looked like he got cut pretty badly right above his right eye. Didn't quite see how it happened, if it was a stick or a skate. I believe it was a stick, but nonetheless, we don't like to see anybody hurt or injured here. So we're going to hope for the best for him. And we'll get set, ready to face off here. 17:40 remaining. Sitting down low, picked up by the Gold Kings netminder. Puck battle along the corner. Gold Kings come away with it. They'll send it into the neutral zone. And that's out of reach of the Barracudas defense. Picked up along the corner. That's poked away there. Loose puck now behind the net, picked up by the Gold Kings. And they'll send it in on net, not able to get a shot away as Deacon gets to that loose puck. Gold Kings will pick it up in the neutral zone. Now look to pass it, but nobody was there. Picked up by Deacon now, going the other way with it. Able to get it deep in the zone, but that's poked away by the defense, kept in by Ely, and that's gloved by the Gold Kings netminder. 16:44 remaining in the period. Face-off won by the Barracuda, shot on net. Rebound picked up, loose puck. And that is covered up by the Gold Kings netminder. Nice save there on the loose puck. Face-off coming up to the left of the Gold Kings netminder. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. That's quickly picked off by Martin, skating the other way with it. Gains the offensive zone. Skates it behind the net, looks for centering pass, just out of reach. And that'll make its way into the neutral zone. Diano now with it. Diano tried to get a pass off, gets picked off by the Gold Kings. And that lane gets shut pretty quickly as the Barracudas able to pick up possession and send it back down low. Kept it along the half wall, sending towards the net. Doesn't make it there, rims around the wall. Puck along the half wall now, both teams battling for it. Makes its way free, kept in at the point. Picked up by the Gold Kings, now skating the other way with it. Gains the offensive zone, cuts towards the middle, gets a shot, goes wide. Loose puck picked up by Diano. Poked away by the Gold Kings, kept in at the point. Looks for a shot, doesn't make it to the net. Kept in at the point, shot goes wide. Puck along the half wall and shift back out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Nachushin, he's all alone. Breakaway, shot saved there. A nice save by the Gold Kings netminder to keep their lead at 1 here with 15:15 remaining. Face off won by the Barracudas. Quick shot there, saved by the Gold Kings netminder. Rebound. Another save there, and they will try to clear it out. Kept in there at the point. Nice keep there by Wayne Johns. Second attempt does make its way out, so the Barracudas will need to tag up here to stay on sides. Gold Kings now with it in their own zone. They'll send it in back down low behind their own net. Puck in the corner, moves it up along the half wall, now in the neutral zone. Tried to get a pass just out of reach, picked up by Anderson now, and he'll dump it cross ice. Picked up behind the net, he'll rim it along, picked up on the corner, sent back below the net. A little bit of pitch and catch here with the D. Barracudas were all over them, able to get the puck away and get possession once again. They'll move it up to Chushin in the neutral zone. And that passes in the feet of Mayahoitia, just out of reach of the sill. Looks like Igor was looking for the sill there. Gold Kings now with it behind the net. Now move the puck up into the neutral zone. Pass just out of reach, picked up by Ely. And sent back down low into the Gold King zone, skating across the neutral zone with speed, gains the offensive zone, gets around one defenseman, shot, save there, rebound is cleared back out into the neutral zone, out of harm's way. And the Gold Kings look to go back on the attack here as they gain the offensive zone, tries to get around one defenseman, unable to get around there. A nice body check by Ely. Kept in at the point, shot in towards the net, blocked by Johns. Rebound picked up in front, sent wide, picked up in the corner by Ely. And he'll send it across ice to Tatum. Pass just a little high for him, and that will be icing here with 13:30 remaining in the periods. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. Sent in towards the net. That's picked up by Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp now skating through the neutral zone. Tries to get around the defense. Unable to do so. And now back in the neutral zone. Ledbetter with it. He'll send it in down low. Puck now along the half wall. Holland with it. He's hit off the puck, but maintains possession, but that finally bounces away. Now Gold Kings going with the other way. 1-on-1. Shot. Nice save there by Ernest. Blocker save in the corner. Picked up now by Tatum. Moves it over to Holland. Holland skating through the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. Leaves it back for Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp shot just goes wide. Kept in at the point there by Ely. He'll send it down low into the corner. Picked up now by the Gold Kings. And they'll rim it around behind their own net, picked up along the half wall. Gold Kings now with it, looking to break the puck out. We'll move it over to his partner. And they'll finally move it out into the neutral zone. A 1-on-2. Get a shot on net. Rebound picked up. 2 saves in a row there by Ernest. Puck now held behind the net. Moves over to the half wall. Back up to the point. Now Gold Kings with it. Shot. Doesn't make it towards the net. Hoffenkamp, believe, got a piece of that one. Able to send it in down low behind the net. Picked up now by Tatum along the half wall. Sent back down low. Johns with it. And the Cudas will get it out of the zone, but that's quickly poked away. Gold Kings now going the other way with it, 2-on-2. Unable to get around the defense now. Loose puck picked up. Kept in at the zone. Or at the point, excuse me now. Wayne Johns with it. Tries to get it over, but that's deflected. Picks back up the loose puck. Tries to dish it over to him. Oh, and a nice save there on the one-timer. And it looks like the Gold Kings netminder lost his helmet there. Looks like the Gold Kings netminder threw his helmet off, and so the ref got him on that one. So called him for a delay of game penalty. Can't take off your helmet on purpose. And it looks like the refs are explaining the call to the Gold Kings. So the Barracudas will be going on the power play here with that delay of game call. 11:34 remaining in the period. Shots on goal so far. Barracudas with 34. Gold Kings with 22. And it looks like they're still having a conversation as to what the call is going to be, but now the Gold Kings player does make his way into the box. So it doesn't look like they were able to convince him otherwise, and the penalty will stand. 2-minute minor for delay of game. Alrighty. Looks like they said what's need to be said. We get set to drop the puck here. Barracudas come away with that draw. Puck at the point now. Johns with it. Moves it to Mayahoitia. Back over to Johns. Puck bounces over his stick. He's able to send it back down low. Loose puck now. Back up to the point by Johns. Or Johns has it. To the half wall to Natution. Over to Hoffenkamp, back up to Mayahoitia. Shot that gets mostly blocked. Second shot there, nice save by the Gold Kings netminder. Loose puck in front. Sent in wide. Gold Kings now tried to clear it, and that hops over Mayahoitia's stick and makes it all the way back down into the Cudas zone. Quick pass up by Ernest to Mayahoitia. He'll move it over to Natution. Natution will send it down low. Puck battle behind the net. Looks like the Gold Kings do come away with it. That's poked away by the Barracudas. Sent up to the point. Johns with it. Gets a shot on net. And that is held on to by the Gold Kings netminder. 10:34 remaining in the period. 1 minute remaining on the power play. Face-off won by the Barracudas. Sent in a one-timer shot. Nice save there by the Gold Kings netminder. Puck along the half wall. Sent up to the point at Johns. Johns' shot blocked. Loose puck. Able to be kept in there at the point. Sent in down low. And that one will make its way. Played by Daniel Ernest. And he passed it up into the neutral zone. Mayahoitia picks up the loose puck. Gains the offensive zone. Gets a shot. And that goes wide. A nice save there by the Gold Kings netminder. Hoffenkamp with it. Moves it up to Johns. 14 seconds remaining on the power play. Hoffenkamp with it. Up to Mayahoitia. Mayahoitia shot! And a nice glove save there by the Gold Kings netminder. 38 saves so far for the night. The Gold Kings netminder is playing a very, very good game tonight, as the Barracudas has tested him quite a bit, and he has answered the call all but 2 times tonight. 9:41 remaining. Shot save there, picked up by Olsen. Olsen moves it up to the point. Ely now, D to D, one-timer. Loose puck, rebound, picked up behind the net now, Olsen. At the point, Ely, over to Martin. Martin's shot goes in! Martin's shot kept it on the ice, and it beats the Gold Kings netminder 5-hole, and we got a tie hockey game yet again with 9:22 remaining in the third period. And Barracudas will come away with the draw after that goal. They're looking to build on some momentum here, as they've been putting on the offensive pressure here. And they've had about 12 shots in the last 10 minutes, and one of them went in. As the Gold Kings now unable to get that out of the zone, kept in by Olsen. He's hit along the half wall. Gold Kings come away with that loose puck. And it looks like we got a penalty coming up here against the Barracudas. As the Gold Kings skate it, and the Barracudas will play it, and that'll blow the whistle dead. So we'll see what the call is. Looks like a 2-minute minor for high sticking. So number 14, Alex Olsen, a 2-minute minor for high sticking. .8:45 remaining in the third period. And looks like the Barracudas will win that forward, and the puck will make its way all the way into the Gold King zone. And they'll be playing it from behind their net, looking to break out here on the power play. Pass picked off by Chris Blake. And he'll send it to Jimmy Anderson. Anderson now with it. Will send it all the way down low and on net. And oh, that looks like the goalie had a little bit of trouble there, but able to handle that. Gold Kings now with it. Skating through the neutral zone. Looking for a pass, gets a shot that goes off the leg of Anderson and goes wide, and the rebound will make its way into the Gold Kings zone, played up by the netminder. Gold Kings now with it on the attack. They gain the offensive zone. Puck now along the half wall. He'll skate in towards the net, makes it behind the net. Along the half wall now, moves it up to the point. Mishandles that one, able to maintain possession. Moves it along the half wall. Skates it up to the point. Tries a cross-ice pass just out of reach. And the Barracudas are able to clear that out of the zone here with 48 seconds remaining on the Gold Kings power play. Gold Kings now will pass it up through the neutral zone. That's just unable to handle it. Barracudas clear it back up in the neutral zone. And it looks like on that offensive rush, they were offsides. So the faceoff will stay outside of the Barracudas zone. 36 seconds remaining on the power play. 7:21 remaining in the period. Face-off won by the Barracudas, but tried to clear it. Quickly picked off by the Gold Kings now. Gold Kings with it in their own zone. D-to-D pass there. Gets it back towards the center. Now in the offensive zone. Shot! And nice save there by Ernest. Picked up along the half wall. Poked away by Ely. Loose puck just out of reach of Harder. And the Gold Kings able to maintain the zone. Gets a shot towards the net. That goes wide. Kept in at the point. Sent down low along the half wall. Skates across the top of the circles. Cuts back towards the point. And that puck is poked away back in the neutral zone, and the Barracudas are full strength. Tim Hoffenkamp breaks around one guy all alone. Oh, what a goal! A nice move by Tim Hoffenkamp to put the Barracudas ahead in this hockey game, 4-3, with 6:36 remaining. He was able to break out and get past the defense and get it over the goalie's glove. And the Barracudas now are ahead here late in this game. 4-3. And looks like Boston will take a timeout, so we're going to go on a quick commercial break here. Don't go anywhere, folks.
this ice, nothing comes easy. Every shift. On this ice, nothing comes easy. Every shift, every pass, every shot. It's a battle. We don't just play for the scoreboard.
All right, it looks like both teams talked about what they needed to talk about. Sorry about a little bit of technical difficulties. I chose the wrong video and actually started the same video twice. But nonetheless, we're okay here. We're still playing hockey. Barracudas now get it below the net. Tatum is battling along the behind the net, and that puck squirts loose. Can't really see who has possession of it. Looks like the Gold Kings, they're able to make it its way back in the neutral zone. Now skating in 2-on-1 shot. And saved there by Ernest, picked up by Wayne Johns. He'll send it back in the neutral zone. Gold Kings will send it into the Barracuda zone. Pass just out of reach. Loose puck picked up by Wayne Johns. And they'll send it in below the net. Anderson now with it. And he'll skate circles around his own net. And rim it around. Tatum now with it. He'll leave it for Holland. That's just out of reach, but Barracudas maintain possession in their own zone. Long stretch pass to Nichushkin works out. He'll send it to Tatum. That's in his skates. Poked away by Nichushkin. Maintain possession. Now he'll send that one to Tatum right on his tape, and that shot gets blocked. Picked up now by Nichushkin. He'll send it back down low to Tatum. Centering pass just out of reach of Vasil. Unable to get a shot off there. The Gold Kings try to clear it. Second attempt works. Now going in on the attack, but unable to get by the defenseman now. Puck back in the neutral zone. Pass just out of reach now. Ely with it. Moves it to Martin. Martin will send it out. That just is out of the reach of Nichushkin. Gold Kings now with it. Mayahoitia with it. Moves it back to Martin in the neutral zone. He gains the offensive zone. 2-on-2 attack here. Gets around one defenseman. Cuts towards the middle of the net. And it looks like we got a penalty coming up here. A save. I'm not sure where the puck is. I believe it might be under Martin. A nice save there on the breakaway by the Gold Kings netminder, but it does look like the Gold Kings are going to get a penalty out of that situation here. Not quite sure what the call would be. Maybe a hooking, maybe a tripping. We'll see as the ref is skating up here. So we'll see what the call is. We got a roughing on number 12 of the Boston Gold Kings. 2-minute minor. The Barracudas will go back on the power play here. This is the first power play that they've had with the lead tonight. So let's see if the lead will allow them to have a little bit more offensive pressure here on the power play, or if the Gold Kings will be able to shut them down like they have been able to all night. Tonight, they've been pretty good on the kill here tonight. Nichushkin now with it. Moves it up to Johns. Johns send it back down low to Nichushkin. Back up to the point to Mayahoitia. To Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp with it. Looks for a centering pass. Sends it back up to the point. Mayahoitia back to Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp with it. Top of the circles. Over to Mayahoitia. Shot. And that gets blocked. Rebound in front of the net. And that is covered up by the Gold Kings netminder. 4:13 remaining in the third period. Face-off won by the Barracudas. Point-to-point pass there, sent in towards the net. Just goes off the cross or the post. I believe that might have deflected off one of the defensemen and just barely stayed out of the net there. Lucky break for the Gold Kings netminder as he covers up for the face-off here. 1:29 remaining on the power play. Face-off won by the Barracudas, sends in towards the net. That's blocked. And a breakaway now opportunity for the Gold Kings. One-on-one opportunity and shot scored just over the blocker of goalie Ernest. And the Gold Kings will tie this up. Another shorthanded goal for the Gold Kings here. Late in the third period, 4-4. We get set to drop the puck here. Gold King still on the penalty kill, and they'll get that puck away from Deacon. Send it back into the neutral zone to kill off a little bit of time here on the penalty. Now one-on-one opportunity. Gold Kings with it. Shot. That's just in the feet of Ely. A block there. 1 minute remaining here on the power play, and that pass is just out of reach. Ely now with it, skating, gains the offensive zone, tries to cut around the defense, loses possession of it, and they're able to send it all the way down low into the Barracuda zone, picked up by Jimmy Anderson. They skated behind his net and look to break it out here. Passes it over to Chris Blake. That puck just hops over his stick there, unable to get a pass off, but maintains possession. That puck is batted out of midair. Changes possession back. 25 seconds remaining on the Barracuda's power play. Puck change back possession to the Gold Kings, unable to clear it as that's picked off by Olsen. And that loose puck is picked up by the Gold Kings now, breaks around one defenseman, gets around another, and a middle shot scores. The Gold Kings increase their score to 5 to go ahead here late in the third period. 2:39 remaining, and that is their third shorthanded goal of the night. There's 3 seconds remaining on the Barracuda power play. And we got a timeout for the Mansfield Barracudas, so we're going to play another quick commercial for you, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
On this ice, nothing comes easy. Every shift, every pass, every shot, it's a battle. We don't just play for the scoreboard, we play for the grind, for the moments that test us, for the moments that define us. Together, we push forward, relentless, unstoppable. This is our game. We are the Mansfield Barracudas.
Alrighty, looks like both teams talked about what they needed to talk about, and we get set to drop the puck. And Gold Kings just scored their third shorthanded goal of the game. And Barracudas won that draw, and now both teams are even strength. Barracuda's now with it behind the net. Loose puck battled for and able to make its way into the neutral zone. Picked up by the Gold Kings now. And that's picked off by Holland. Gold Kings now with it. Puck in the neutral zone. And they'll dump it in down low. Picked off by Johns. Johns now with it. D-to-D pass behind the net. Back over to Johns. And now Holland will skate with it. Passes just out of reach of Michael Tatum, and that will be an icing. So faceoff will come all the way back down into the Barracuda zone. Shots on goal so far, 50 for the Barracudas, 27 for the Gold Kings. A fantastic night for the Gold Kings netminder, as he has 46 saves on the night. Faceoff won by the Gold Kings. Sent in on the net. Kept in at the point, shot towards the net. That's blocked and sent wide. Both teams battle on the half wall. Kept in at the point, sent in down low. And poked away there now. Gold Kings with it. Shot save there. Rebound. Loose in front. Shot towards the net. Save, rebound. Another save. Couple of nice saves there by Ernest. Shot from the slot. That shot goes high and wide. Some offensive pressure here by the Gold Kings now as the Barracuda skate it through the other way. Gets around one defenseman. A shot. Looks like that one goes high and wide. Looks like Tim got tripped up there. And the Gold Kings netminder is slow to get up here. Looks like he went into the net pretty hard. But he does appear to be okay. So we do like to see that anytime there's a not so pretty collision that everybody gets up and is okay from it. 56 seconds remaining in the third period. And it looks like the Barracudas will be pulling their netminder to get the extra attacker out on the ice. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. Puck behind the net, picked up by the Barracuda center out in front. Shot, scores! And it looks like pulling the goalie worked, and the Barracudas are able to tie this game up with 48 seconds remaining. 5-5. We got a hockey game, folks. A nice centering pass, one-timer, and right past the Gold Kings netminder. Face-off won by the Gold Kings, but quickly poked away by the Barracudas and sent in down low for an icing. And it looks like that face-off is going to come back into the Barracuda zone. Assisted by number 43. Time of the goal at 19-12. Face-off won by the Kings. They win it forward, but that's poked away by the Barracudas defense. Sent around the half wall, kept in at the point. Sent in towards the net. Bouncing puck in front, picked up by Anderson. And he'll send that back into the neutral zone. It looks like a race for the puck here as Nutrition gets to it. Unable to get a shot off. A nice defensive play there by the Kings. Nutrition with it, sends it towards the net, and that'll be covered up by the Gold Kings netminder. 15 seconds remaining here in regulation. Looks like the Gold Kings will come away with that face-off as they come in 2-on-1, breaking in, and that's poked away. A nice defensive play there by Ely. Unable to get a shot there, and that looks like it'll do it for regulation as we're set for an overtime period. 5-5 here is your end of regulation score. So both teams are going to talk over a couple things, and we'll get set for I believe it's 3-on-3, 5-minute overtime, and then a shootout. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the case. But we're going to go to a quick little TV timeout, and we'll be back with you shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Man, I can't believe he did this to me again. Here goes nothing. Every single time he comes over.
What are you doing?
Josh, this is like the 4th time that you clogged my toilet.
Okay, it's only been 3 times. Don't over-exaggerate, bro. And I can't help it that there's a Chipotle right across the street from our office.
Honestly, it's getting ridiculous. And I don't know who else to call to do this, so I'm always left holding the bag.
Bro, just call DMS. Having some problems at the office? Don't worry. I can unclog those pipes for you. Give DMS a call.
Alrighty. We get set, ready to start. Both teams have switched ends. Both teams have 3 guys on the ice. There's 5 minutes on the clock, and we are ready for overtime. Barracudas come away with this overtime draw. And now skating in through the zone. Tatum now with it. Cuts around one defenseman. Nice move there. Shot, rebound. Couple saves there. And covered up by the Gold Kings netminder. 4:39 remaining in the overtime period. Face-off won by the Barracudas. Moves over to the point to Johns. A shot on net, save there. Nice blocker save by the Gold Kings netminder. Hoffenkamp now with it at the point. Moves it to Johns. Johns now with it. Shot on net. And that's saved by the Gold Kings netminder. The Gold Kings are going the other way with it. Skating in a 3-on-1 attack. Gain the offensive zone with speed. Cuts across. Shot. Save. A nice save there by Ernest to keep this game tied. And the puck will make its way back into the neutral zone. Gold Kings with it. Moves it over. Gains the offensive zone. Looks to go down the attack shot, and that's blocked up high into the netting. 4 minutes and 1 second remaining in this overtime period. Face-off won by the Gold Kings. Sent down low, picked up by Ely, and he'll send it all the way down, but I believe that will be an icing. So face-off's going to come back into the Barracuda zone. 3:49 remaining in the period. Face-off won by the Gold Kings, but unable to maintain possession of it, and they'll regain it. Now coming in on the attack, unable to get around the defenseman. As Ely gets the puck in the corner, now moves it up to Blake. Blake now skates it through the neutral zone, leaves it over for Maya Hoitia. And now they gain the offensive zone, skates around one guy, shot, blocked. Nice block there by the defense, and the second shot is held on to by the Gold Kings netminder. 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the overtime period. Shots on goal so far for both teams, 55 for the Barracudas, 31 for the Gold Kings. And faceoff is won by the Gold Kings. And they'll look to break it out from their own zone. As they gain the neutral zone, skates through it with speed, gains the offensive zone, looks for that centering pass. He's hit off the puck. And the Barracudas now with it. Cole Martin moves it up to Wayne Johns. Johns over to Olsen. Olsen gets around one guy. He's all alone. Shot, save there. Nice save by the Gold Kings netminder. A loose puck picked up by the Gold Kings. Now skating in, 2-on-1 attack. And that shot is blocked by Wayne Johns. A nice defensive play there. And the Barracudas will make it back into the neutral zone. 2:37 remaining in this overtime period as the Gold Kings now with it in the neutral zone. Able to get around 2 guys, but finally gets poked away there as Wayne Johns now with it. He escapes back into his own zone and moves the puck over to Tim Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp now gains the offensive zone, looks for a shot, and it goes in! And the Barracudas put this one away, 6-5 here in overtime, and they go up 2-0 against the Boston Gold Kings. A hard-fought battle from both sides and a well-played game from both sides. An amazing performance by the Gold Kings netminder. 50 saves in the game. Incredible performance. But the Barracudas were able to battle back and come away with this overtime victory. 6-5 here. Cudas win. Well, if you stuck with us this long, we'd like to thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Like the video, subscribe if you want to. Hang on one second. Daniel Ernest has something to say. That's how we do it in Texas. And apparently that's how we do it in the state of Texas. You heard it first from Daniel Ernest, the starting goaltender from tonight. 6-5 overtime win. We'd like to thank you for joining us. Like the live stream. Consider subscribing. It does us a huge favor. But yeah, we hope you have a great rest of your weekend, great rest of your night. And we'll see you for the next one. Peace.